Hi, fourth grade. This video just goes over how to do Chapter 7, Checkup 36. You've already learned all of the skills for this, so I'm just going to go over this, and you can choose to watch it if you want to, or you can do it all on your own, or you can just watch parts of this video if you need help. Exercise 1, classify each sentence. The first sentence says, "We drove our new van to Tennessee on our vacation." Who drove our new van to Tennessee on our vacation? We. We is the subject, but it is a pronoun, so it's our subject pronoun. So we're going to write SP. What is being said about we? What did we do? Drove. Drove is the verb. We drove what? Van. Van is a direct object. That means we need to change the verb to a verb transitive. What kind of van? New van. What kind? That means it's an adjective. It's describing a noun. Whose van? Our van. Because it's telling us whose, that means it's a PPA, because it's describing the van and it's also showing possession of the van. 2 is a preposition, so that means we have a prepositional phrase here. To Tennessee is the prepositional phrase. 2 is the preposition. Tennessee is the noun that comes at the end of the prepositional phrase, so it's the object of the preposition. On is another preposition, so on our vacation is our prepositional phrase. On is a preposition. Vacation comes at the end, so it's the object of the preposition. Our, again, it shows possession. Whose vacation? Our vacation. So it shows possession and it's describing vacation. It's a PPA. Period, statement, declarative sentence. Let's divide our subject, we, from the predicate. And this is a subject noun, verb transitive. Direct object, pattern 2. The second sentence says, the teacher has written a difficult problem on the board. Who has written a difficult problem on the board? Who is the sentence about? Teacher. Subject noun. What is being said about teacher? The teacher has written a difficult problem on the board. The action is written. It's what the teacher did. So it's the verb. So what is has? Has, of course, is another verb coming right before the main verb, so it must be a helping verb. The teacher has written what? A difficult problem. That means problem is a direct object because it's a noun, it's receiving the action. What kind of problem? A difficult problem, so it's an adjective. On is a preposition. So that means on the board is a prepositional phrase. Board comes at the end of the prepositional phrase, so it's the object of the preposition. The is always an article adjective. We can go back to the beginning. The is an article adjective. A is an article adjective. It says a period at the end. It's a statement, so it's a declarative sentence. And it's subject noun, verb transitive, direct object, pattern 2. Also, let's divide our sentence. The subject from the predicate. The teacher is the subject, and the rest is predicate. Number 3. Sweep the seeds off the floor in the sunroom. Who should sweep the seeds off the floor in the sunroom? Well, it doesn't tell us, but that means it's you implied. So we're going to write, well, I'll write it right here. You. So that means you is our subject pronoun. What is being said about you? What does you do? It's the action, sweep. Just realized that we need to go back to this sentence and make that a verb transitive because we had a direct object in the sentence. And there might be a direct object in here too, so we might have to turn this into a verb transitive. So you sweep what? The seeds. So seeds is our direct object. That means we need to go back and make this a verb transitive. The is an article adjective. Off is a preposition. That means off the floor is a prepositional phrase. And floor comes at the end of the prepositional phrase, so it's our object of the preposition. The is an article adjective. In is another preposition. That means in the sunroom is a prepositional phrase. Sunroom comes at the end, so it's the object of the preposition. The is an article adjective. Period, statement, but it's not a statement, it's a command. So because it's a command, this sentence is imperative. Let's divide you, the subject, from the predicate. This is subject, noun, verb, transitive, direct objects, pattern 2. Exercise 2. Underline the verb or verb phrase. Identify the verb tense by writing 1 for present tense, 2 for past tense, or 3 for future tense. 3. Write the past tense form. 4. Write R for regular or I for irregular. Sentence number 1. Mandy will leave for vacation today. What is the verb or action? Will leave. Leave is the main verb. We do have a helping verb, which is will. For verb tense, we have to look at the helping verb. Will is the helping verb. It is always future tense. So we are going to write a 3 for future tense. And then we need to look at the main verb and make it past tense because it wants the main verb past tense form. Leave is the verb. The past tense form of leave is left. We can't say leaved, we say left. Since we can't add ed to the end, this is an irregular verb. Number 2, the cat climbs our tree every morning. What is the action? What is the verb? Climbs. There is no helping verb, so for verb tense, we're going to look at the main verb. It is climbs. That is present tense, so we're going to write a number 1. What is the main verb past tense form? Main verb is climbs. The past tense form of that is climbed. We were able to add ed to the end, so that means this is a regular verb. Number 3, the coach told my brother to pass the ball. What is the verb? So what is being done in the sentence? What's the action? Told. It's just a main verb. We don't have a helping verb. The verb tense of told is past tense. So we're going to write a number 2 for past tense. What is the past tense form of the main verb? Well, it's already in past tense form, so we're going to write told here. We can't say telled, we say told, so that means this is an irregular verb. Number 4, the teacher is calling my parents tonight. What is the verb or verb phrase? Is calling. Is our helping verb. Calling is our main verb. For verb tense, if we have a helping verb, we have to look at the helping verb. Is present tense, so that means we write a number 1. Now we need the main verb past tense form. Calling is the main verb. What's the past tense form of calling? It is called. We were able to add ed to the end, so that means it's a regular verb. Number 5, Matt was throwing the ball to Jonathan. What is the verb or verbs? Was, throwing. We have a helping verb, was. So for verb tense, we want to look at the helping verb. It is was, that's past tense. So we write a number 2. And now for the next column, we need to look at the main verb for the past tense form. Main verb is throwing. What is the past tense form of throwing? It is threw, not throwed. Since it's threw and not throwed, it's an irregular verb. Number 6, Alicia has begun her flute solo. What are the verbs or verb? Has begun are the verbs. Has is a helping verb. So for verb tense, we have to look at the helping verb. Has. Has is present tense. So we're going to write a number 1. Now we need the main verb past tense form. The main verb is begun. What is the past tense form of begun? It is began. It is not begunned. Began. So it is an irregular verb. We can add ed to the end. Number 7, the squirrels take peanuts from your hand. What is the verb? Take. We don't have a helping verb. So for verb tense, we're going to look at the main verb. It is take. What is the tense of take? It is present tense. And now what is the past tense form of take? Is it taked? No, it's took. We could not add ed to the end, so that means this is an irregular verb. Number 8, the librarian had ordered new books. What is the verb or verbs? Had, ordered, had is a helping verb. Verb tense, we have to look at the helping verb if there is one. The tense of had is past. So we're going to write a number 2 for past. Now we need the main verb past tense form. The main verb is ordered. What is the past tense form of ordered? Well, it's already in past tense form. So we're going to write ordered. It has ed at the end, so that means this is a regular verb. Number 9, my sister will read the recipe carefully. What is the verb or verbs? Will, read. Will is the helping verb. Verb tense, let's look at the helping verb. It's will, that means it's automatically future tense. Main verb past tense form, main verb is read. Past tense form is read. We couldn't say readed, we had to say read, so that's irregular. All right, exercise 3, list the present tense and past tense helping verbs below. Should know these pretty well by now. Am, is, are, has, have, do, and does. For past tense, was, were, had, did, and been. Now let's do the editing. Alright, for the editing, we have 5 end marks, 14 capitals, 5 commas, 3 homonyms, 1 apostrophe, 1 underlining, 1 misspelled word, and 2 periods. Alright, during the summer, I read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. Dad took me to see the movie version. I liked the book better. Narnia didn't look the way I had pictured it in my mind. Dad liked the popcorn, sodas, and chocolate-covered peanuts more than the movie. Okay. During the summer. During, of course, needs to be capitalized because it's the first word of the sentence. During the summer is an introductory phrase, so we need a comma after it. I, of course, always has to be capitalized. I read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This is a book title, so it needs to be capitalized and underlined. The Lion. We don't capitalize the second the because it's a small word. Witch. We don't capitalize and the here either. They're small words. And wardrobe. We capitalize the first the because it's the first word of the book title. Lion, the witch, and the wardrobe. And then let's underline it. By C.S. Lewis. Let's fix that name because, of course, it needs to be capitalized, and C.S., those are initials. So it should say, we should capitalize the initials and put periods there. And then, of course, we're going to capitalize Lewis. By C.S. Lewis, period. That's the end of the sentence, so put a period there. And then capitalize Dad because it's the first word of the next sentence. Dad took me to see the movie. We have 2 homonyms right there. This is the wrong 2. This is the wrong C. It should be T-O, and this should be S-E. To see the movie version, period. The end of our sentence. I, of course, always has to be capitalized. And it's the first word of the sentence. I liked the book better, period. Narnia didn't look the way I had pictured it in my mind. Narnia, we need to capitalize because it's the first word of the sentence and it's a place, so it's a proper noun. Narnia didn't is a contraction. We need an apostrophe. Narnia didn't look the way I always have to capitalize I had pictured it in my mind. In is a homonym, and it's the wrong one. We need I-N. In my mind, period. And then this is the first word of the next sentence. So let's capitalize that. Dad liked the popcorn, sodas, and chocolate-covered peanuts. Let's put commas in because we have a list. Popcorn, comma, sodas, comma, and chocolate-covered peanuts. Chocolate is spelled wrong, too. Spelled chocolate. We need to spell it chocolate. Chocolate-covered peanuts more than the movie. Let's put a period at the end of our sentence, and then we are all done. There you go.